Hey, good morning, sports fans. It is Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, here with another NBA Prize Picks video. Hope you had a great weekend. Monday, we got a 5-game slate on our hands. I don't love the picks, but I was able to find 4 that I think we can find a little bit of value on. But the lines are pretty sharp this morning. Not super excited about the card, but again, we'll talk about the 4 picks and the reason that I like them, but not overly joyed about them. Saw a lot of comments about people making a lot of money this weekend. That's awesome. Love to see it. Hopefully, we can keep securing those bags, making that money. And if these provide any value to you at all, please hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and we'll keep knocking these out. So with that, let's jump right into it. All right, as you can see, like always, has the Prize Picks desktop up version here. We don't have a lot of picks here. Basically, we just got the Toronto-Chicago game. The Toronto-Charlotte game, and then Chicago-Phoenix. And then we got a few at the New York Knicks and Utah. So we're still missing 2 games, and usually it's to do with the injury consideration here. So not a whole lot to choose from this morning, just looking over it. So again, like I said, the lines are pretty good here. So if you don't have an account, head on over to prizepicks.com. You use promo code DFSArmy and get that 100% instant deposit match up to $100. And I'll just keep pumping these plays out for you, and hopefully they help you out. So again, I found 4, not overly joyed about them because, again, the lines are pretty sharp and there's not like a ton of value on them, but we'll talk about the picks I like here. So the first one we're going to go our boy Fred VanFleet over 7.5 assists. Charlotte is 29th in the association with assists allowed per game. And it's a pretty close game here. We got Toronto favored by 1.5, 225.5 over under here. He has went over this mark in 7 of his last 10 games. So I like this mark. We know he's going to play a ton of minutes, 40 minutes. It's one thing that we have to love here. You know, just looking back at some of the other point guards against them. Brandon Goodwin on the 4th put up 9 assists against them in 36 minutes here. So again, as long as he's got his team healthy, he's, like I said, he's always going to get his guys involved here. So again, we're just going to take the over on 7.5. You go look at a lot of books, it's up to 8.5 already. So I think we're getting a full point here over at Prize Picks that we can kind of take advantage of here. So over 7.5 assists. The next one we're going to go to is his running mate, and we're going to go for points. We're going to go Pascal Siakam over 21.5 points. Again, Charlotte is not a good defensive team at all. 28th in the league in points allowed, 30th in the league in 3-pointers allowed, 20th in free throws allowed. Siakam has went over this mark in 3 of his last 5 games. He played Charlotte once earlier this year where he put up 24. He's averaging 24 over his last 5 games. Again, he's starting to click a little bit more offensively. One thing you'll love about him is he gets to the line, right? 9, 7, 7, 8 free throw attempts over those last 4 games, which is you love to see. And he shoots the 3. He just does a little bit of everything, so he can kind of get there for you. So you have to love that. And bigs against Charlotte, right? I mean, Bam put up 20 points against them on February 5th. Kevin Love put up 25 against them on February 4th, coming off the bench. Just looking at things, it's just a little bit light. The line's probably about right, maybe a hair shy, but I still think he can get there. So we're going to lean the over on this. Hopefully in a close game. Hopefully we can get some overtime out of it, and that's always fun when you got the overs on some of these. So we're going to take over 21.5 points for Pascal Siakam. The next one we're going to take is a little more risky. I don't love it, but, my projection model and everything was kind of pointing a little bit towards it. Was actually Devin Booker rebounds, and we're going to take the over on this. Now, with him getting Jay Crowder back and having that team getting healthy, it does worry me a little bit. But he's went over this mark 7 of the last 10 games. Chicago's coming off a back-to-back where they lost against Philly yesterday. They're Chicago's 10th in the league in rebounds allowed, and number 2 in shooting guard. So Zach LaVine and Cody White were both out yesterday. If they come back, maybe, they can keep the game, with some fresh legs and keep it competitive. But Phoenix is a really good team. But 4.5 rebounds again, just looking at everything, and everything on the board, looking at the other books, he's minus, there's juice on the over, minus 130 in a lot of places. So I'm going to lean the over here. It's not a pick I'm overly excited about. I want to, when I tell you some of these picks as we go through them, there's some days I really love them. Like yesterday, I was really in love with the assist with Io over 5.5 assists, Ingram over 5.5, and Kyrie over. I told you I really liked them. I was more nervous about the Embiid and Wagner. Which ones went off? The assist ones, and then the other ones just missed. So I kind of want to give you my gut feeling on some of these. So I prefer the VanFleet the most, and then Siakam. Booker's one that the numbers point at it, but with that team kind of back, it makes me a little nervous. So I just want to keep that in mind as you're making these selections, if you want to skip it or not. But I just wanted to mention it here. And then the last one on the board here that we're going to go over is actually we're going to go to points. And we're going to come down here and we're going to go Julius Randle, 18.5 points. And we're going to go the under here. They're going up against Utah. Utah is a 7-point favorite, 217 over under here. He did put up 32 points against the Lakers, but before that, 18 against Memphis, 17 against Sacramento, 9 against Milwaukee, 11 against Miami, 18 against Cleveland. So he's went under this mark 7 out of 10 games, and in a tough matchup against Utah, where they're in the middle of the pack, points allowed at 13th in the league, so they're pretty decent about that, but I don't think he's going to be as aggressive shooting the ball. That Laker game was more of Lakers are horrible defense, kind of revenge narrative. He's also, again, trade rumors as well, man. Like you said, the trade deadline's coming up on Thursday. So it's one of those things where we have to keep that in mind as well. But, they haven't really allowed a ton of points to the center here. I guess you call him power forward center for Randle. And it's just one of those things where I think we lean the under here, Maybe people are seeing that massive 32-point game, but just looking at how he's matched up with some of the better defensive teams like Miami and only putting up 11, I think we can lean the under here. And a lot of people look like the juice is on the under as well. It's minus 120 on the under, 18.5. So it's one of those spots where I think we can take advantage of it. So I like this one a little bit better than the Booker one. The Booker would probably be the one that I'm the most nervous about. He could smash that, but it's just, you get a shooting guard for rebounds and you're getting the team back, and Ayton is back. So that Booker one makes me nervous. So I'd put Fred VanFleet if I was going to rank these. Fred VanFleet would be my number 1, and then I'd probably take Julius Randle under 18.5 points as my number 2. Siakam over 21.5 points is number 3, and Booker over 4.5 rebounds, number 4. And again, this is one I'm most nervous about. So I really only found 4 on the board that I was willing to, take it, a gander out here. I was looking at rebounds and looking at, Mitra and Randall both, because that number does feel a little light. But again, I'm not super excited about either one of them. And the rest of them seem about right. 8 and 10.5 rebounds feels about right for going up against Chicago. It's just Scotty Barnes was another one that I was kind of looking at, but I didn't want to jump on him. But it was one that the matchup kind of points that way. Where again, Charlotte's 28th in the league, rebounds allowed. He's went over this number in 6 of his last 10 games. So if you're looking for another one, the juice is on the under though, just a little bit. But the matchup kind of points that this is a good pick for him. So if you wanted a 5th one, this would be it. But nothing that I would personally put any money on. And I'll probably just stick to, honestly, the Fred VanFleet and the Randall on this early card. And hopefully when we do a later Prizepicks video here, we'll find a little bit more value on the board because again, it's pretty ugly here early. So again, 5-game slate Monday morning. Watch out for some Super Bowl videos. I'm gonna start doing them today. I'm gonna start doing a few categories and try to knock out a new Super Bowl prize pick video every day of some plays that I like. So watch out for those, and we'll keep doing those every day. And we'll watch out for the main prize picks video I'll knock out probably around lunchtime. That's when we tend to get more the card full around lunch, around noon. So I'll try to knock that out as well. So again, enjoy your Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching this. And again, hit that like button on your way out. I'll see you on the flip side. Deuces.